Okay, so number one, a Ferris wheel with a radius of 24 meters, placed 1 meter above the ground, rotate once every 24 seconds. Write a sine and cosine function for the height of a person who gets on the Ferris wheel at the lowest point above the ground. So, walking through this a little bit, if our radius is 24 meters, that's always going to be your amplitude. So, if it starts 1 meter above the ground, showing a diagram here, here's our 1 meter. Our highest, we said, if we know that our amplitude is 24, that brings our midline at 25. So adding that, we get our highest point is 49. So what we're trying to do is find a sine and cosine function for the height of a person who gets on the Ferris wheel at the lowest point above the ground. So we're going to have sine and cosine. Remember, there's numerous different ways to write these equations. So first, let's find our period. So our period, if it's every 24 seconds, so our period is 24. We want to break this up into 4 intervals. So 24 divided by 4 gives us 6. So we go 6, 12, 18, 24. So if you remember, your period is 2 pi divided by b. So we say 2 pi divided by b equals 24. Multiply both sides by b. Solving for b, you get b equals pi over 12. Oh, that should say 12, sorry. And from here, we want to write our equation. So first, our amplitude again is 24. Our vertical shift is going to be this midline, which is 25. So we can write our cosine. So if we remember, negative cosine goes minimum, intercept, maximum, intercept, minimum. So if I look over here, my minimum, or a minimum point, is at 0. So my phase shift, or C, is 0. So I say negative 24 cosine, pi over 12, x minus 0 plus 25. So that's one equation. My next positive sine is 24 sine of b, which is pi over 12. Now let's look at our phase shift. So positive sine goes intercept, maximum, intercept, minimum, intercept. So my intercept now is at 6 or 18. But for positive sine, you must go up after. So I have 24 sine of pi over 12, x minus 6 plus 25. Here's my other two equations. Negative sine starts the opposite, so it goes intercept, minimum. So choose your intercept, which is at 18, then minimum. So it goes y equals 24 cosine of pi over 12 times x minus, looking here, x minus 18 plus 25. And then your other option is positive cosine. So positive cosine now starts with your maximum, which is at 12. So all we're doing here, numerous different ways. You don't need to write all these. Just pick one sine and one cosine. Find your phase shift, and that would be your answer. So it's just asking for the equations for this one.